Hey, what up guys? We're back with a brand new video, and today we're back at it with another Steve Wilkos video. So make sure you sit back, relax, have your popcorn out, pretty much have whatever you want out, and I'm gonna explain what happened. So today we are watching yet another guy accused of raping somebody. But this is quite an interesting case because it didn't happen to him when he was an adult. It actually happened to him when he was a child himself. So the story goes like this. Apparently he was 12 years old, and there was this one girl who accused him of rape, and he 100% completely denies it from the start. But his girlfriend goes to the show, and she wants to make sure that he didn't, molest anybody when he was 12 years old. And Steve Wilkos says something to her. He said, "Oh, what happens if he did? Would you forgive him since he was so young?" And her response is, "No, I wouldn't forgive him due to the fact that something happened to her as a child," which is completely understandable, because if something happened to you as a child and it traumatized you to that extent, but it was that bad, I completely understand breaking up with the guy. But anyways, after she's first explaining her story over the video, telling on how they met and when they were first in love, right? He was hitting on her, but since he was way too young, she said, "Oh no, I can't date you." But eventually when he did turn older, they did date, and they were just having a good time. But one of these days, I believe they were out eating dinner to a restaurant, and he decided to tell her what happened when he was a really young kid. And this happened when he was 12 years old. So this is how the story goes. He basically said that there was this one girl that he liked, and the girl and him were flirting, and everything was consensual, but rape never actually occurred. The most that occurred, what he said, is that the girl said, "Do you want to touch my butt?" And he proceeded to, touch her, her butt, obviously. And he was a nervous little kid, so he didn't really do it properly or anything like that, right? He's just a little nervous kid. And what are my opinions from the get-go? Honestly, to be honest, he looked a little bit nervous, but this isn't the nervousness you get from being accused of doing something bad. He's just kind of nervous that you're on live TV. But from the first time I watched it, did I believe him? Yes, I believed him because he said his story very clearly. Yeah, he was a little bit nervous, but it's not the nervous, suspicious kind. It's just the nervous, "Oh, we're on TV. Everyone is hearing my problems." So did I believe him at first? Yeah, I 100% believe this guy. And he seems like a good guy. I don't think he did anything, but I'll play a clip right now for you guys so you guys can actually watch
What
it.
Right.
I have a hard time processing somebody who can be like a rapist at 12 years old.
Right. Like when I was 12, that wasn't on my mind.
Okay.
I'm thinking like, oh, like it's bad to say, but I have a girl, like I'm cool, whatever. Like,
No, it's not bad to say. I think
You
it's
know?
natural. And I think as a young boy, you start, find yourself attracted to, the opposite sex, and you do want to explore. I think it's a natural thing.
So eventually this guy goes to court and the other girl goes to court, and they both testify and say what happened to them. And both of them do it, and then the judge decides that he's not guilty, and he's getting super emotional, like he's getting super teary-eyed, right? And this is another big reason on why I believe him. Obviously, just because you can produce tears doesn't mean that you're telling the truth, but the amount of emotion and the amount of just the bare, just raw emotion this guy is displaying, right? You can still tell that it's still affecting him till this day, because he's crying about it, he's sobbing a little bit. And the reason he's doing that is because he doesn't want to be accused of doing something that he didn't do and that was purely consensual. And at this point, right, I'm really feeling him. I really don't think he did this, right? But a plot twist could always happen at any time of the video. But his girlfriend comes out, and his girlfriend absolutely loves him. Like, you could tell this girl absolutely loves her boyfriend. She starts crying. She wants him back, right? Because I'm pretty sure they are separated because of the situation. She just wants to make sure, which is 100%, which you always do when you run into a scenario like this. But she really loves him, and she comes out and she gives him a hug to comfort him. And I'll show you that right now.
how much I love you.
I went through so much.
Now, lastly, for the lie detector results, did he lie? Did he not lie? Let's figure it out together. So, lie detector results come out, and Steve asked the question, did you rape this girl when you were 12 years old? And it comes back that he...
And we asked him, when you were 12 years old, did you have sexual intercourse with the classmate in question? You answered no. Did you have any other sexual contact with the classmate in question? You answered no. The results came back the same to each question. And it came back that Andre told the truth.
didn't rape her. He didn't do anything, and he told the absolute truth. And I remember the first time I watched this, I was absolutely rooting for this guy. Because I could see the raw emotion, I could just see everything was on the line for this guy, and I can truly see that this guy genuinely, and I mean genuinely, loves the girl that he's dating. The girl that he's dating does have kids from a previous relationship, but I think it's so cool that the amount of love you can see that this guy has for this girl is just absolutely crazy. And when he passes the lie detector result, the girl, his girlfriend, excuse me, says, "Oh, we're gonna get married." And I remember I was rooting for this guy the entire time. I did not want him to fail. Like, I really did not want him to fail at all. And then when I remember the first time watching him and the first time that he passed, I felt so happy. I was like, I physically like started clapping because of how excited I was. Even Steve said, "I'm glad that you passed. I was rooting for you as well." Like, I was on the edge of my seat watching this episode because I was really excited that he actually managed to, do it. After everything was done, he did mention that he was a little nervous, and you did Google that you could have failed if you were a little nervous and all that stuff. Because if you guys don't know how a lie detector works, is it can come in a few basic forms. The few basic forms it can come in, there's usually a heart detector that's on their chest, right? And that's it. But also the more complicated version, which I think they use the more complicated version, is they have a heart detector, they have a detector to detect sweat, they have a detector to detect, like if you're squeezing your butt or not. So I'm pretty sure they're using the more advanced one. This is why I trust their lie detector test more than the Mari show, because the Mari show, I'll be honest, it kind of seems a little unprofessional. Like, the Mari show is fun, don't get me wrong, the Mari show is really fun, but it seems way more unprofessional than, it feels like some cheap ass McDonald's ripoff or some shit, That's what it feels like, the Mari show. That's why I prefer Steve Wilkos, but the Mari show is really entertaining. I really do like the Mari show as well. But yeah, what did you guys think about this episode? Did you guys like it? Did you guys not like it? Tell me in the comments below. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Take care. Much love, and I'll catch you guys very, very soon.